Thank you for joining us this evening for the January 9th, 2024 Monte Sereno Youth Commission meeting. Before the meeting is called to order, I would like to point out a few house rules to assist commissioners, staff, and members of the public to successfully participate in this meeting. Commissioners, your microphone is live, so please keep your microphones on until you wish to speak. For tonight's meeting, we're using Zoom to host the Youth Commission meeting. At the bottom of the Zoom client, there are two icons, chat and raise hand. Please use chat only to report technical issues such as being unable to hear a commissioner speaking. Please use raised hand to be recognized by the chair and able to speak to the commissioners. Only attendees using Zoom application can use the raised hand option to comment. Participants calling in from a telephone will only be able to listen and cannot provide feedback or public comment. And lastly, because if we're not all in the same room, all votes must be taken by roll.
Good. I call the meeting to order at 7:02 p.m. Now we'll move on to the next agenda item, roll call.
So we have Commissioner Costello, she's absent, right? And then that's Ilaria.
Okay.
And then I have Commissioner Seidler,
Yeah.
Commissioner Sharma.
Here.
Commissioner Stouch, he's not here. So I have three Commissioners Swanson,
Yeah.
Commissioner Cooper.
Not.
Okay. And then I have two commissioners by Charter. How do you say that again? Charter.
Sure, just kind of roll it over here.
And then Commissioner Dimitrov.
Here.
Commissioner Dufflock,
Here.
Commissioner Jacob,
Here.
and Commissioner Varma. Remind me, I'm sorry, your last name?
Dufflock.
Okay, you did answer, okay. All right.
Now we'll move on to new business. I actually don't know the item of the agenda.
I'll go ahead and pull it right now. So it's unfinished business and we have our city manager here. He can provide us an update on what the final count was for the coats and cans drive this year.
All righty, I'll step right up to the microphone. Hello, Youth Commission. Happy New Year to everybody. As you know, we did the Coats and Cans food drive. We put the table outside. I just took it in the other day. And we totaled 90 food items in packages brought in, so that was pretty good. And about 25 personal items, clothing items, things such as, things people just gave to us for people to wear, essentially, besides coats. 21 bags of, I would call them dental, with a toothbrush, toothpaste, those kind of things, like that you would get from the dentist, 21 bags of those. And then we had 4 coats, I think. No, I'm sorry, I think it was 25 coats and 4 clothing items. So it was a pretty good return on the drive this year. I was thinking last year's numbers were a little bit higher. Maybe we advertised it a little bit more. You never know what you're gonna get, but this is the 4th year in a row we've done this, so sometimes there's like people run out of stuff to donate because we are a small community. But congratulate yourselves for the good work. We dropped off the items at the West Valley Community Services on Monday, and they were happy to receive the items. And through your efforts, you were able to help those people in need a little bit more than what they have now. So thank you for the efforts, and you can all pat yourselves on the back. That's it. Any questions for me or? No? Okay.
Good job, guys.
Good work. Keep up the good work.
So if you guys don't have any questions or any further discussion you guys would like to have on this item? I recommend we go ahead and open for public comment,
Okay, now we'll open for public comment.
and seeing there's no one online.
Now
Go
we'll,
ahead.
close public comment,
Mhm.
and we'll move on to the next order of business.
And that is reviewing the 2023-2024 Youth Commission activities. So I want to just kind of, let me show you the screen here. So we've gone ahead and accomplished the food and coat drive this past November, December. The next to happen is the Social Justice Award, and I'll be presenting that in the next meeting, so that you guys are aware of that. But I just wanted to check in with you guys in regards to any additional activities you guys want to add. The Ice Cream Social will be happening in the month of May, and some sort of, cleanup, if we want to do of the city, or if we want to take place, part of like we did last year in regards to the creek cleanup. That's something that we can add to our list. And then I think you guys commented about wanting to do some sort of other, spring drive of some other sort of things you guys wanted to collect from the community. So I kind of wanted to put this, back on here and kind of see if you guys want to add anything, on the list right now, or discuss this further.
And I can add to item 3 up there. If the youth commission would like to hear from staff on a little more than what you mentioned.
Yeah, about the Keep Our City Pretty.
Yes,
Yes, yeah, go ahead.
hello again. So I thought of this idea several years back to keep our city pretty. And I was going to launch it outside of the youth commission. More or less just at the staff level, I suppose. But the concept initially was get trash bags with our city logo on them. And organize a program where we pick a cleanup day, maybe once a month or a few times a year, or maybe we do it on Earth Day. And we market it with the tagline, "Keep Our City Pretty," sponsored by the Monte Sereno Youth Commission. And we go out there with, trash picker-uppers and just kind of collect trash on Dave's Avenue, maybe Winchester Boulevard. Highway 9 always needs some help. So those kind of things. I ordered 250 bright yellow trash bags, and they say they're 12 to 16 gallons, so they're not super duper heavy like the kind you'd put in a big garbage can. If you fill it, you wouldn't be able to carry it. It's more or less one that you could put some trash in and go around. And I'm going to order stickers again with our city logo, and we'll put those on the bags. And then that way, people know who we are. And we can get some safety vests and other things. The idea is not to get injured doing this or pick up any, hypodermic needles or things like this. It's just to get those coffee cups and those fast food wrappers and bags, and, on recycling day, they pick up the bin and sometimes they dump it, but then stuff blows away, because it's windy. Get all that stuff off the streets of Monte Sereno, and just keep our city pretty. It's a feel-good thing. And it's it's a program that you can launch. It's tangible. It has a beginning and an end. And I think that it will look very good on your resumes, along with the other things, the food, the coat drive, the social justice award, all those things. So if it's something youth commission wants to embrace and make it your own, we'll develop the marketing, we'll get it out there. You can also help us market through Instagram or whatever you use these days, TikTok, I don't know, I don't do any of them. And get the word out, and to discuss among yourselves, should we choose a targeted day such as Earth Day, or should we just say, okay, we'll do this twice a year, once in the fall, once in the spring, that kind of thing. And we can have everybody meet here, and then we can just go to different areas. We'll split you up into groups. We can get your parents, we can get, other adults involved, maybe city council members, and we'll just go and we'll do a little cleanup. And then we'll have all of our bright yellow bags in a pile, and we can say, hey, look at what we did. And if we wanted to go beyond Monte Sereno, I will tell you, I've been on the quest with some of our staff here and picking up quite a bit of trash. To make a long story short, you can go out and get 5 big bags pretty easy, every few months. But if we wanted to go beyond Monte Sereno and go into, say, Oak Meadow Park or something, we can do it there as well. So I'll leave all that discussion points up to you. Any questions before I sit down? Anybody? Okay.
So think about this also in terms of anything that you do for an event like this would also count towards service hours at your school. So it's a great way to recruit your friends and say, hey, this is a really easy way to earn service hours. And then we might even be able to talk about maybe making it into some kind of a picnic at the end of it. Maybe we get some pizza and some sodas or something like that. And we'll have it here or meet at the park or something like that. So don't think of it as, okay, pick up some bags, pick up some trash, go back home. Try to make an event out of it and make everybody have some fun and kind of promote the youth commission, because we're gonna really start wanting to think about next year now and making sure that for those of you, how many of you are seniors? So, and a couple, so we're gonna have a pretty good youth commission next year. A lot of legacies here, but we still want to get it up to full speed, and I think we are currently chartered for 15, correct?
Yes.
So we have room for a few extras, so always a good recruitment tool to use are these kind of events.
Does anyone have any ideas? I think last year when we did it, it was important, but I feel like this year we should try to get more people there, because there were not a lot of people who made it last year. So especially if we plan ahead, so we have a specific date that we can put on everyone's calendars would be helpful. And I like the idea of doing Earth Day, but I think it's more important to do it either like on a Friday or a weekend, just so more people are available. I don't know when Earth Day is, but I think making it a weekday, like Friday or the weekend would let more people show up. Anyone else have any ideas?
Yeah, I agree with what you said. I think we could probably do it around Earth Day, but yeah, I do agree that it's better to do it on, I think probably a Saturday or Sunday morning would be good. That's when a lot of people are available. And I think we should set a schedule or time if needed. If it's needed that we need to check our calendars, then maybe we have to do it next meeting. And then also maybe the city could, if we're involving residents also, maybe the city could send out an email blast with details on this event.
Yeah, I agree. Currently, Earth Day is April 22nd, which is Monday. So I also agree with like Friday, Saturday, Sunday, slot times.
Yeah, we could just do it the Sunday before Earth Day.
I don't know if I can, cause I have like a tournament every weekend basically in April, so, yeah. But maybe I could, just later in the day.
And there's definitely other ways of being able to be still part of, and something organizing like this, even just, posting it, like Steve said, on something social media that you have that you wouldn't mind if we do want to get something, with our residents involved, and you can just put it out there that the commissioners will be, setting this date to go and do some cleanup in this area, residents are welcome to come and join. And then, like our vice mayor suggested, we can also post something right after that, so you guys can, enjoy. So there's definitely ways, that you can be still part of it without having to be there. But I also agree with Zoe about, definitely encouraging a lot of you to set that schedule on your calendar so that you guys can come and join us, because there's only a few of us last time. And it'd be nice to have a good big group helping out.
So we are getting a little bit of an earlier start on the discussion this year, because last year Girl Scouts kind of came to us late in the month or whatever, right, the month before. And it was the clean water program that we teamed up with on that. But I think, as was mentioned, Earth Day might be Monday, but usually they celebrate Earth Week now. So it's the whole week. If we can grab a Saturday morning, as the vice mayor mentioned, we can say, okay, we'll start at 10 a.m. We'll all go out, grab some litter for an hour or two and come back and we'll have pizza and sodas here and then we'll take pictures and, you know, we'll say, look what we did. And maybe because this is the first one, we can do it once in the spring and once in the fall. We'll do it for Earth. If it's a success, if, you know, the people like doing it, we could roll it out on a greater scale to keep our city pretty campaign. But it sounds, you know, like you had a lot of good thoughts about it. Don't want to do it on a Monday. Maybe a Saturday morning would be best. And if Portia can't make it, hopefully everybody else can.
And I think we should also like discuss what location we wanna do. So if we wanna do Winchester or the highway, we should get vests, like bright orange vests, but I think if we pick the park, I don't think we need the vests.
Right.
So this is why I kind of wanted to see the list, talk about the list. And if this is something that we want to bring in, just for that focus of keep our city pretty. I can definitely put it on the next agenda and we can bring back more information about like, you know, what areas of Monte Sereno would be the areas you want to focus on, with a couple of dates to see what you guys want to vote on. And if this is something that then, or if we want to go to a nearby park and see if that's something that we can do. So.
Yeah, I just have one question, or I guess one thing we should look at is what are some of the places where there's the most trash in Monte Sereno? I know probably the busy streets have a lot of trash. If anyone else knows some areas that are heavy in trash, or maybe the city staff can help us find these areas that could really use a cleanup, I think those would be a good area, good areas to target.
I agree. So if that's something you guys are interested, we can come back with more information on that at the next meeting. And then from there on, I mean, everything else is gonna fall in place. We'll have also the social justice award to talk about in the next meeting. And then, after that, the following month, we'll start talking about organizing the ice cream social. And yeah.
For advertising it, could people like put up flyers, basically, just to make it, like if someone walks by, they see it? Instead of just online?
What do you think?
I didn't hear the,
For advertising it, do we want to do printouts and, I don't know if we're allowed to actually post anything. There are only a couple locations where we're allowed to post just for notifications of public hearings. So, I don't know if we would be allowed to, you know, put that out there. We do have a good amount of emails that, our residents have signed up for this, for the e-blast where they get notifications of meetings or anything that's going on in the city. So that's one way they definitely get involved.
Now, for something like this, could we post them in places like some of the restaurants have like a little community bulletin board? Would we be allowed to post on something like that?
I think that's a question we'd have to ask those local restaurants.
Well, I mean, it's just public, anybody, you know, lost dog or.
No, that's what I'm saying. If they have that bulletin board, then it's just a matter of, you know, making sure that we're allowed to also post
Yeah.
there.
my thoughts are with the youth commission and friends and parents and our e-blast system, you know, Instagram or whatever, we have more than enough people. We might have more people than actual
Yeah.
litter.
Yeah.
So I would say we don't have to overthink it, perhaps.
Maybe I can clean my house out that day, come by my house and
I don't know if we have to
I'll throw some
overthink
trash
it.
out there.
Yeah, but as was mentioned, you know, Johan said, what's the most littered places? Winchester Boulevard between Lark and Dave's is on our side, the Monte Sereno side. You know, all the time it needs attention. Dave's Avenue between the school and Highway 9 between Dave's Avenue and here.
So I think we have to, that's why I'm saying we would be able to bring back, because I think there's some
And that's,
information I'm kind of thinking about right now that I was told that we can't have minors cleaning alongside Highway 9 for safety reasons. So,
we stick the parents out there. They're more expendable.
So at this point, we could definitely do more research on our side and then be able to present that.
Mhm.
And then we can even form, at that point, if that's something you guys wanted to form, like groups, teams. So that way, we can have 2 or 3 people gonna be, teaming up to do certain street, certain area, with an adult, part of that group. And then, like you said, at the end, after an hour or 2 of cleanup, then we come back here, we have some lunch and that goal can be accomplished.
Yeah, I just have a quick question. When does the next city newsletter get sent out? Because if it is before this event, then maybe it could be put in that.
It should be right before the event. So
Okay,
Earth
great.
Day is April 20th. The city newsletter should be going out early April.
Okay, sounds good.
So that can be notified in there. Good
Great.
point. And we can even, launch the whole campaign in there, say, keep our city pretty. Monte Sereno Youth Commission has established a new cleanup program. We're gonna be going around with yellow bags with the city logo on them. That kind of thing. We'll write the same marketing that we put on the e-blast, that we put on a flyer, a digital flyer that you can all distribute. It'll all be the same.
So we can definitely bring that back, if that's what you wish.
Does anyone else have anything they'd like to say? We're gonna open it to public comment,
Seeing there's no one online, I'll go ahead and close it.
and we'll close public comment and move on to the next agenda item.
So this is a fairly short meeting. Actually, we don't have anything else, as new business. The next item is future agenda items. So is there anything else other than, keep our city pretty, that you guys wanna have us bring back to discuss? No? You guys are welcome to also email me individually. You guys have a thought, idea that you guys wanna share and have just the group talk about and see what we can do of different type of project. And then I can go ahead and add that then, okay? Do we have any comments, from staff? Or vice mayor? So our council member is now our vice mayor, so we have our vice mayor, as our
Moving up in the
liaison.
ranks, I'll be able to really push things for us pretty soon.
Someday, if you all work hard, you can go from ordinary council member or from youth commissioner, council member to vice
There
mayor
you go.
and eventually mayor.
And then you could be sitting back here.
Okay, all right, that's it.
Okay.
You're welcome to.
This meeting is
And
adjourned.
the only other thing I wanted to mention is I haven't been at the last couple of meetings. And tonight I thought about getting you pizza, but for some reason I didn't get a head count or whatever. But if you want food at these meetings, let's just do a show of hands. Is it a burden for you to come here and eat and have food on the youth commission nights? Or your parents expect you to eat their food when you go home? What's the vote on this?
I like food.
So everybody raise.
They're gonna be like, we thought you were gonna feed us.
On youth commission, I hope I'm not sending you home hungry tonight, but, we don't
It's
mind.
always a perk.
Yeah, we could get pizzas, I could get Chick-fil-A, I could get In-N-Out Burger. I mean, you guys tell us what you want. I'll go get anything. But think about that and share your thoughts with Boise
Shoot
for our
me an
next
email.
meeting. Jersey Mike's, those kind of things, Togo's.
Now I'm hungry.
I know, he was expecting to eat pizza. He sat there, he's like, I'm gonna wait for the warm pizza to arrive.
I mean, we just got all the holidays. I mean, everybody's like, ooh. But, we can, bags of chips and sodas, we usually always have that. We don't even have that tonight. But just let us know, and if you have any special, like, sometimes we get a request for gluten-free pizza or something, we can always try to honor those things too.
All right.
This meeting is adjourned.
Thank you.